What's going on, guys? Ghost here, coming back at you with another awesome video. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. The weekend is coming. I'm very excited for it. I love the weekend. Get to relax even more while quarantined. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Black Lagoon. I definitely know there's a lot of other content creators who have made many videos obviously defending and saying that this show is super underrated. I don't know why there's not enough discussion about this. And I definitely agree. I definitely think Black Lagoon deserves a higher praise for being an incredibly insane show. The story itself is insane. I think a lot of people don't really realize that and how good the story is and how it embarks and all that other stuff that I feel like a lot of people kind of miss over their heads. Now, those that do know and understand, cool, and I appreciate that. And much respect to you for knowing that. But for me, there's always the positives and negatives of a show. And those things are always a component that has to be discussed. And obviously in Black Lagoon, there are some good and there are some bad. And the good is the story and the action is tier one, in my opinion. The action and the story behind all of what happened and how they all came to be and how they all formed the Lagoon Company and sense of how they all, kind of formed it together. And so with that being said, and then also the positives about this is, like I said, the action is on top of its game. And it's nonstop, and there's a lot of scenes where they're very serious and they talk about life and death and how things should work and stuff like that in their perspectives, which is kind of awesome to see in that sense and how they realize and how they identify with certain things and stuff like that. That's how a good story should be told, as to how their aspects of feelings go and how things should, in their eyes, kind of portray and go, right? So that's how their characters develop and understand a line where they wouldn't cross or they would cross. So that's kind of where I kind of differ with these characters, especially with Revy and Dutch and Benny, and then Rock being the newest member that got added on in season 1 of Black Lagoon. Now, the negatives that I see about this is like any other anime or any other insanely action-filled anime or any anime itself that's overly sexualized. I have made many discussions about this where I feel that they shouldn't have to do that, but I also understand where they're coming from a business standpoint. You want more eyes on the TV, and you want enough of that to bring more audience members to watching this, especially the older audience members that are anime fans that are 18 and older or much older or even in their 30s or whatever, watching a show like this. So they have to have something that's going to bring them back to watching it. Now, that's where I feel like that's a little bit of a problem, but it's also, I guess, in their eyes, okay to kind of do. And I also will not, pick sides on that. I just, in my personal opinion, I don't agree. I don't like that idea. I think that they shouldn't have to over-sexualize a character to make a show good. And there's been plenty of good animes to do so with that, like Neon Genesis Evangelion. I hope I got that right. That's an anime that's insane, and they did not over-sexualize their characters like they do with a lot of animes. And that's a perfect example of a good story and insane, a lot of action and just insane stuff that happens on there, right? So it's really just, how do you differ from that? Let me know in the comments below how you feel about that. And also, another thing I want to ask, all those that are anime fans and all those that are supporters of anime and love anime like I do, where would you even rate this? Where would it stand in an action series? Where would you even put it? Where in its pedestal would it go? Because this is an anime that came out in 2006, guys. Let us all remind you, this is a very old anime. For me, when I first saw this, I just couldn't take my eyes off of it, including the fact that the story drew me in, the action drew me in. There was always a lot of swearing and a lot of insane action sequences, which just drew me in even more, and just a lot of the story that kind of went together with it was insane. So, for me, in my personal opinion, I definitely believe this is a top 5. I would put this in a top 5 with some of the greatest action sequence anime adventure or even sci-fi adventure anime shows in the world. Or even just regular action series where it doesn't involve futuristic weaponry or it's just based off of straight action to its core. For me, personally. Now, if you guys have a different opinion about that, let me know in the comments below and we can discuss it civilly. Hopefully. Anyway, I just wanted to give Black Lagoon its credit. I always felt like it didn't get enough credit. It was underrated. I don't think a lot of people really let it pass over their head. Now, again, I know that there are some who have seen it and have given its credit where its credit's due. So I applaud to those who have noticed and given its credit. Cool. I'm not saying there haven't been people who've made content like I have to discuss that. I'm only giving my side as well to defend, and not defend, but more or less kind of give it its credit, right? So that's really where I'm sticking by with. But that's really why I feel a lot of people that haven't seen it haven't really given it a shot, other than what they feel about it or how they'll differ from the show and how they would feel about it after. So I definitely want to know your thoughts and opinions on this when you watch it or see it or invest your time into it. So let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. And like I said before, just let's have a civil discussion about that. So anyway, guys, I wanted to make this video just discussing that real quick, because I feel like not a lot of people make enough videos discussing Black Lagoon. And I said before, and I say this again, I know there are some who have defended and supported Black Lagoon. I'm not saying there haven't been. I know there are. There's plenty out there. I'm just putting in my 2 cents to kind of say how I feel as well. But anyway, guys, you stay awesome. Keep playing, keep gaming, keep watching anime, and have a great, great day.